What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm excited to bring an upgrade and an unboxing to you guys because going forward I'm going to be using a completely different audio system to what I was using. Now, for you guys that have followed the channel for a while know that for the most part when I've been going out and about, I haven't wanted to use this, and I have used it in previous vlogs and stuff like that, and you'll see the previous vlogs where I have used it, but this is the Tascam DR05. Now, one of the reasons that I didn't want to use it is that's the back of it. Just comes off all the time at this point. One of the catches, or the catches, as you can see here, for whatever reason, just don't hold up anymore. So it's constantly coming out, meaning that I've got the burr batteries against my leg or in whatever pocket that I have to be using it for. The other thing is separate batteries. It's really annoying to have to carry around. It's really annoying to have to carry around something like this, which has lots of rechargeables in it, but you know, it's extra weight and stuff like that that I don't really want to carry because it's extra batteries. Then I've got this extra device. And to be fair, generally, you can get away with just putting the batteries for this in it, and it usually lasts most of the day anyway. Problem being, obviously, this catch keeps coming off. And also with this, you have to have a separate audio device for it to sound crisp and clear. So what I have is this adapter, and then I have a Purple Panda microphone. But obviously, as you can see, the actual cable for the Purple Panda microphone is really, really long. And that is now touching the floor, and it's as tall as I am. So that's one of the other main downsides to this device. I've got all this cable just hanging about, and when I'm walking, it's either dangling out of my pocket and dangling down the side, or I've had to wrap it up inside the pocket, which again, eventually damages the microphone or damages the cable for the microphone. So I've got this extra device, now I've got this, and don't get me wrong, the audio quality has been fantastic, and I've used it when taking videos of typhoons and everything like that, and the fact that this allows you to minus on the decibels and everything like that and control how loud things can get, even though the typhoon still blows it out, if I was to talk while that was going on, this would pick it up really, really well, especially with this microphone. So, today I have a big upgrade. Now, honestly, I've been looking forward to this for a while. I knew it was coming, and I obviously ordered it, got it sorted, but this is the CM28 Pro from Neweer, and honestly, just looking at the box, I'm really excited to see exactly how it works, get into it, and let's get the unboxing done without further ado, because I'm excited. I really am. I want to see how this sounds and how clear and crisp it is. Now, let's open the box. Oh, silica gel just come flying. Of course, you've got the owner's manual. You have a bag full of goodies, I imagine. And you have the actual device itself, which is this little box. Now, the box itself doesn't have anything else in it. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice box, but there is nothing else in it but those little things. So I'll put that over to the side. The device is over to my right. What is in this bag? This bag, by the way, is really, really nice. As you can see, it has the Neewer logo on it. We have 2 Deadcats, one for each microphone that comes with the device. We have a lightning to audio cable, so you can plug it directly into your phone for recording, if you have an iPhone, that is. We have a Type-C cable for charging, I believe. Excuse me. We have a Type-C to audio as well for Android and newer iPhones that use the Type-C connector. We have a USB to C, but a right-angled version, which is quite nice. And then we have a audio to audio if you were plugging it into a camera or something like that, I imagine. Now, that's where it gets interesting, because obviously you can see my R7 behind me. That means that if I wanted to, I could plug the little adapter or the little receiver into my camera directly and have my audio from the camera if I was talking directly to camera, or if I had a separate camera, I could have that plugged in and then basically have the audio come straight to it. Now, more than likely, I'm going to be using the microphone and the receiver with my phone, and then basically vlogging with the phone, but having the audio come through that potentially. So that obviously means as well I won't be having to deal with multiple audio tracks, which has always been messy. So I'm hoping that is the case. But without further ado, yeah, we have the Type-C white one, and then we have, obviously, the Deadcats, which are for each microphone that comes with the kit. Now, one thing I'm excited about as well is if I'm out and about with other people, with this, it's got a little tab on there. We've got to open that up. With this, there is actually multiple microphones in this. So, if I open it up, you can see one mic, receiver in the middle, and another mic. And that's really cool. You can actually see exactly what's going on. Now, obviously, both mics are active. And as you can see there, if I turn it round, you can see that both mics are active and both mics are actually receiving audio through that as well, which is cool. Now, obviously, this you can mount to pretty much anything, or you could just throw it in your pocket. Either way, that's really cool. And obviously, what you could also do is just mount it to the top of the camera and stuff like that. It has a little clip mount as well on here. And as you can see on the bottom, there is the charging receivers on the bottom of that as well. Now, each microphone, as you can see, is identical. Whoops. Each microphone is identical. As you can see, they've got the little battery thing there to let you know it's on. They have the charging adapters on the bottom for the wireless, and you can see that the microphone is actually on top here on both of them. Now, what you could do if you did want to is you could take the Purple Panda microphone and plug it directly into this. But I don't see the point in that, really. What I'm going to probably do is connect this directly to my phone in some way and pair it up. Now, it's probably going to be actually paired up to the receiver and not the microphone itself. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop those back in the charging case. Again, same thing with the receiver. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually put this on charge now and leave it to charge overnight. And then tomorrow, what I'll do is I'll be out in the garden doing some bird photography and stuff like that, like I was this morning. And we'll be able to see just how good the quality of this microphone really is and put it to the test. So excited for that. Hope you guys are looking forward to it, and we'll jump to that right about now. I'm in the kitchen, and sorry about the noise from the washer if it goes on. It will be going on a bit, but we've got the Neweer microphone here. I've got the magnetically attached one, and if you jump up and down, it really isn't moving anywhere because it's all magnetic. So that's great. I'm in the garden currently, or I've been in the garden. I've got the camera set up, as you can see here, and yeah, got some really nice shots. The long-tailed tits are back. We've started getting the long-tailed tits. Oh, I'll be right back because that is amazing. Well, it seems like now it's all done. They've come in, not the back. So it was like a couple of crows and stuff have just scared them off, but honestly, they're in the big trees at the back there is where they're all sort of, if I come this way, the big trees in the back there is where the magpies are nesting, and there was a bunch of long-tailed tits up there earlier, and then they've come down into the garden to feed on the feeders. That's the second day running, there's been a load of them. There was about 8 or 9 of them then, all at once. So, awesome. But yeah, the audio on this hopefully comes out really good. I've got the transformer sat on there, and this, that, and the other. And this is literally just on a magnet. So if I just open this up, it's a little magnet just there. The only downside is the fact that the actual thing has to be connected up to my phone. I'm currently looking at a different solution that I can use, but what I may end up doing is using some other kind of mount to be able to mount this little receiver onto me or something else. I'm going to need a longer cable though, potentially, or I'm going to need a separate camera to basically put the receiver on the top and basically shoot towards me for vlogging and stuff like that. But I think this works perfectly fine. I just need to have some way of mounting my phone up and having it, you know, sat in a good position so that I can record, because the camera on the Pixel 10 is actually really nice. So now it's months and months later, I've had time to use the Neweer CM28 Pro, and this is actually more of a review than it is a first impressions, because I am actually very, very impressed with these. I've been using them since January at this point, so it's a good 5 months now. And I'll be honest, the quality of the microphones is amazing. And this is how it sounded like on a 60 mile, 70 mile an hour wind day where it was gusting. I was at the top of the peak of this place that I was at Port Sunlight River Park, and the wind was howling through. And this is exactly how it sounded straight out the get-go. No edits, no post-processing, just straight raw footage and audio straight out the camera as it came out. So hope you guys are ready, because it's a little bit messy, but honestly, I think for such strong winds, it actually did pretty well. So as you can see by my hair, the wind has well and truly got up, and it's destroyed any sort of gel that was in there at all, and just stuck it in different places. Anyway, so we've seen kestrels, we've seen long-tailed tits, jays, greenfinch, robins, blue tits, great tits, all sorts of stuff. So it's been a really, really good day, and this view has just been really, really nice to see. And hopefully the audio from the microphone has come out pretty good. But honestly, this has been a really good day. It's been really nice to get out again. And if there's anything else, I'll leave it at the end of the video. So honestly, I'm very, very impressed with the CM28 Pro from Neweer. Now, obviously, the case has got a little bit of a thing on it there, where the 28 is. It looks like it's been wearing a little bit. Now, I have had this for 5 months, and it has been in my bag with a bunch of other stuff. So it can obviously have a bit of wear and tear on top in terms of rubbing the name off and whatever else, which is not a problem. The quality of the microphone, as you saw and heard, is actually really, really good, and I'm really impressed with it so far. Again, I haven't run that clip through any software or anything like that to reduce the noise or to reduce the wind or anything to play with it to see whether I can recover some of that, but I will be doing that fairly soon, and that'll be coming in one of my next videos. But honestly, like, I am really, really impressed with the quality overall of these microphones. Now, one of my biggest bugbears is the fact that these have magnets. As you can see, there's a little magnet, and you can do this and just magnet it to you, not a problem. As you can see there, it sticks, it's not a problem, it works really well. However, this one is not magnetic at all, and that's the one that you would want to be magnetic for the use case that I'm using it for. Now, you guys know and have seen, as in the video you've just seen, that I use this as a vlogging setup with my phone. So what I do is you plug this into your USB-C, you plug this into the audio out, which is on that side, the audio out's on here. As you can see there, it says out. So you plug that in, and now you have this cable, which is wrapped around, which is fine. It's not an issue. I have gotten to the point where I now vlog like this, and I have the cable wrapped around my hand a little bit, and I'm able to vlog, and it's not an issue. I can go about my daily business doing that sort of thing. What would have been handy, though, is to be able to have one of these little magnets, like you have on the actual microphones, because what you can do is that. Because this phone has the wireless charging coil with the magnets in it, I can do this, and only when you're really, really shaking it does it come off. Which would have been perfect, and when you've got the case on it that also has a magnet in it, it's even stronger. So if I just pop the case on now, I've popped the case on now, and I just do that, you can see there, it's not going to move about too much. It does move, but I'm literally shaking the phone for it to move. So that would have been a much better solution for me, because all I have to do is hold the phone, make sure I'm not actually messing around with this too much, and I can just vlog away, no problem. And the cable doesn't have to be wrapped around my fingers or anything like that. I could get a really short one that would work. But not to be, and to be fair, I've kind of gotten used to just wrapping it around my hand a little bit. So basically, again, I'll show you now, I basically wrap it round, hold it like that, as you can see, and then that's fine. And I can go about my business, talk about the things that I need to, and vlog away to the camera, which is fine. It's just that it would have been nice to have the option to be able to mount it to your phone. Now, I will say, it's probably not the use case they were going for, because the use case they were probably going for is actually something like this, which, if I take the little thing off here, look how perfectly this fits. And there you go. It's mounted to the top of the camera, not a problem, really, really sleek. And the best thing is, you can run a really short cable from there into the audio jack on the camera, which is just behind that port there. So, because the audio jack is just there, as you can see, you would run a cable which was from there to there, done, not a problem. So I think the main thing is that I'm using it for a way that it can be used for, but it's more for like this sort of vlogging setup, or you're talking to a camera, it's set in a studio, or maybe it's sat on a tripod somewhere and you're stood in front of it talking to the camera. So I think, again, it's just a matter of the use case isn't particularly what they were aiming for, is the way I'm using it, rather than that it's a bad product and it doesn't work. Now, one thing I will say is that it only comes with 2 Deadcats. Now, the Deadcats are very, very nice, obviously. They're little fluffy things like that. And as you saw in the video, it just basically fits onto this little thing here. Now, if you buy an aftermarket one, I'll put a link in the description to them, because I had to buy specific ones and I had to contact Neweer to get the right one specifically, and the UK warehouse didn't have any of them in, so I had to order them from America. But as you can see, that's now on there, no problem. And if I, whoops, let me see. Yeah, so that's now on there, no problem. Not going to come off. But what you need to do with this one is you have to twist it for it to lock in place a little bit better. But what I will say is the Deadcats that come included with them are much better fitting and work really well. However, you only get 2. So what I did was I bought a couple of these. You get 2 in a pack, 2 in a box. And that means now what I can do is anytime I need to go anywhere and I know I need to I'll take them with me just in case. So if I do happen to lose one, or one happens to come off, then obviously I can then pop one on as a replacement, and it's not going to be an issue. Because what happened to me in Wales, when I went to Wales for the Red Kites, which is a video that will be coming later on, I was walking around and the Deadcat came off and I could not find it anywhere. And I walked up, I retraced my steps, trying to find it, this, that, and the other. And with it being nesting season and whatever else, a bird's probably seen it, picked it up and flew off because they're like, oh, cushion for my nest. I don't know. But either way, it was frustrating because I lost it. I didn't know what to do. And when I contacted Neweer, you can't just buy the Deadcats on their own without either buying them from the US, which is what I ended up doing, provided the link by Neweer themselves, because I was going to buy them directly from Neweer themselves, and they ended up not having any in stock by the time I'd gotten round to replying to the emails and stuff like that. But honestly, like I said, for the quality of them, for the battery life of them, they last easily all day, not a problem. I've been out shooting for like 8.5 hours and not one of the microphones has died. So, you know, I think personally, very, very good product, and I've really enjoyed using them so far. And I look forward to actually taking that clip and the really windy audio and seeing what I can do with it in Premiere and whatever else to clean it up a little bit to see whether I can recover some of that noise and get rid of some of the noise from the wind. But honestly, again, I'm going to be jumping into the app, having a look at the settings, seeing whether I can bump up the wind isolation or something like that a little bit. And then when it becomes really, really windy again, I'll go out and test it and see what happens. But honestly, so far, they have been fantastic. So my first 6 months or so with these, I've been really, really impressed, and definitely would recommend them if you are out vlogging and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button and share it with someone that might find this video useful. If you do want to support the channel directly, there is a buy me a coffee link in the description. And if you don't want to do that, there is also a direct link to my website where you can buy one of my prints and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.